Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wrestling Travels Lockdown Sessions here on YouTube. And we have another special UK edition today. And I am joined by independent star Cam Solas. Cam, how are you doing today?
Oh, what is, man? What is? I'm having fun. Mate. I always have fun. I always have fun when I get to talk. I get to rabbit on. I have fun. I talk. It's lockdown. There's nothing to do. So let's have some fun. Let's have fun and just talk about absolutely anything.
That'll do for me. That will do for me.
That'll do. It'll just do.
But yeah, just wanted to, obviously you just mentioned lockdown there. I just want to rewind it back just to kickstart this now back to sort of March when all this stuff started kicking in, and obviously we had months of really nothing happening at all. I mean, what have you been doing during that time sort of keep yourself sane?
Oh man, I've been doing all sorts, mainly gaming. But now I've got my own little gym, so I work out whenever I need to. I've recently been streaming. Like, it's been doing like really weird things. Even at the start of lockdown, I tried to make a game and then realized I just can't code. Like, I am diabolical at it. So I've tried to dabble in a little bit of everything just to keep myself sane. But 9 times out of 10, it's usually just gaming because that keeps me the sane, or just binging Netflix constantly because who doesn't want to binge Netflix?
Well, definitely, yeah. I mean, what game were you looking to make there? Was there a specific type of game?
Oh man, making a game is actually quite hard. So no matter what you have in mind, it'll change and change and change. So I was thinking, oh, I'll do this game. I'll do like an RPG type game. It's like, it just ended up being so basic, and it got to the point where I just could not do it because coding is horrible. So
it doesn't sound nice, the coding part.
Doesn't like I can make designs and make the animations and everything, but actually stringing all the software together and making certain things move, I just could not do that. I could not do that.
Oh dear, oh dear. But I mean, what's your console of choice then? Have you invested in one of the new ones that's come out recently? I think the PS is still to come out yet, isn't it? The new one.
Yeah, PS5. I think that's 19th, and the Xbox came out 2-3 days ago, maybe. Yeah. I'm not too fussed with consoles. Like, I mainly stick with Sony because of the exclusives. Because at the end of the day, I have near enough every console. So I'll always go to the games. The games is where it's at for me. I'm not really fussed. Like, people always have this Xbox versus PlayStation thing. It's like, why?
Yeah.
They're pretty much near enough the same. When you look at it from the grand scheme, they are near enough the same. They're very identical. It's just on a different platform. So I'll always look at where the exclusives are, and exclusives so much on PlayStation. That's why it is kind of, if I say console of choice.
No, that's absolutely fine. I mean, in terms of obviously games that you play, what's your sort of go-to games then?
Go-to games. Western RPGs, man. Western RPGs.
Okay.
So, like, if I'm playing like The Witcher, Skyrim, there's so many really bad ones out there. I'd still love to play. It's just really badly made, and I'm like, oh my, I have to play these. These are so bad. Just anything like that. Just games that you can get lost in with a good story. That I always say, story is 10 times better than gameplay. You could have the game with the worst gameplay. If the story is that good, you'll go through it and you'll actually enjoy it still.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, my sort of go-to games, I've got PS4 at the minute. I think I've been playing on, I'm a football fan, I play FIFA, but I've been Crash Bandicoot, replaying those from that they've remade on there, and
the trilogy.
Just Cause. I don't know if you've played Just Cause at all.
You know what? I actually have. I don't know if I have all the Just Causes, but I've yet to give it a proper go. But that's only because I have that many games to play.
Right.
And it took me 5 to play Last of Us. 5 years.
5 years? Wow.
Exactly, yeah. So I played it, I think it was like a year before the second one came out.
Wow.
Genuinely.
It's incredible. I mean, just looking behind you, is that your collection behind you?
Yeah, man. That's what I mean. I've got too much to play. Like, people are like, oh, have you even played all your games? I was like, right. If I had to play all my games, I'd have to play 6 or so a day for a full year to play all my games. That's why it takes me forever to get around to a certain game. Unless I really want to play it, then that's what I'll be playing.
Yeah. Oh wow, it's a great collection you do have there. Looking
Oh, it's
behind
mad.
you though.
It's a mess though.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare to keep on track of. 'Cause if you buy one game, then you're moving all the games just to get it in alphabetical order. It's terrible.
Do you have them all in order then as well?
Yeah, you need to, otherwise you
Oh,
won't be able
wow.
to find anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could be a bit.
If it's not in alphabetical order, it's good luck trying to find anything. I find it hard even finding them with it being alphabetical order. It's just I just can't even. I was like, where's that game gone? Have I got that game? And then I'm like just knocking stuff over constantly, just trying to find the one game that I think I have or don't think I have. Oh,
Yeah, I
it's a
know.
nightmare.
The worst for me is when I usually swap a game or something. I'll not put it in its right case, so then when you come back to it later, it's in a completely different
Oh,
case.
couldn't
Yeah,
do that.
you're
Oh,
doing the big
so
search for it.
it'd be like a Horcrux where like part of my soul just leave. It's like I can't do that.
Yeah,
My problem is leaving a disc in a console and not realizing it's still in the console.
right.
So
Yeah,
like because a lot of like other games like digital like little indie games, I started playing a bunch of them, and then I was like, where's that other game gone? And like I don't realize it's still in the console.
oh dear, oh
Terrible,
dear. It happens
terrible.
to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. I mean, during this time as well, from March onwards, have you been obviously keeping up with all the wrestling that's been happening?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I'm the worst at looking at anything on social media. I mean, I'll watch wrestling. You know, the main thing I actually watch is NXT UK, but
no,
obviously that wasn't happening for like a long time, and it's come back recently, so I'm happy about that. But I don't really like, try and keep up with the loop. So when like people say things to me, I'm like, I'm so far behind.
yeah. What?
I don't get involved with it because it's just, especially if it's on Twitter. I just won't even. I hate Twitter so much, so I don't like looking at it. I like Instagram. Just chuck a picture up like it, sorted.
Yeah, not as much to deal with on there in terms of
No,
information and all the petty comments, arguments, all that sort of
I
thing that you
know,
see
man. I
there.
look at it, I'm like, wow, why would I want to read this?
Yeah, click off straight away.
Yeah.
But yeah, just want to obviously dive into your obviously being in professional wrestling as well. So where did it all start for you, Cam? Where did you obviously get into wrestling? When did all that happen?
Uh, well, there's two answers to this. There's an answer that involves a wrestling ring, and there's an answer that involves a trampoline in the back garden. Which one do you want?
Nice, nice. I'll take both. We'll take both stories there.
You'll take both. All right. Obviously, when you're a kid and you're enthusiastic and you're on a trampoline, you invite your mates over and then you kick each other's heads in.
Yeah.
Because don't try this at home is a thing. And then I think around 2014 is when I first got into the wrestling ring. And 8 weeks later, I had to have my first match.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was horrible. Within 8 weeks of training, I had to have my first match, and it was just. You just like think back, it's like, wow, how bad was I?
Is there
Oh,
any footage of that first match anywhere?
no, I hope there isn't. I hope there never is.
Yeah.
Like, there's, I don't think there's that much footage of my really, really early stuff, like super early stuff. But I don't class it as like my full-on debut sort of thing because it wasn't
Yeah.
like all them shows where I class my debut as the first time I actually was on a show sort of thing. So like all fans were coming and stuff, paying blah blah blah. So I'd say my official debut was in like 2017, despite the fact I started wrestling in 2014.
Okay. Okay. And where was that? Where was the debut?
Uh, Infinite Promotions,
Okay.
which back in the day used to be one of the big promotions in the UK. Like it was like really up there years and years ago, and then it just got on the decline. Probably since it got on the decline as soon as they booked me on the show.
Oh no! But was anyone assisting, obviously, in your training there when you were coming in a bit later in 2017?
uh, I've been trained by a lot of people, to be honest. I've been trained by Danny Ope. I've been trained a little bit by John Kenny. Later on, I've been trained by Zach and JD.
Nice.
Who else have I been trained by? I thought, besides it, just be like a few seminars and stuff. But
Yeah.
I think they'd be like the main four. There was a few other guys as well that I'm probably missing out, but I've been trained by a handful, so.
No, that's good to know. Different sort of experiences and different, obviously different ways of doing it. I mean, is there any of them that stand out as being the best one that you've sort of learnt the most off?
I feel like I learned the most off Zach
Yeah,
out of everyone. I don't know what it is, but it's like if I'm training and he'll pick apart all little things and tell me how to do something else instead, like do this, do that. So I see. The thing is, like everyone I've been trained by is actually really good.
yeah,
But personally, you have to think who gets the best out of me, sort of thing. Whereas someone else might find another that I've mentioned get the best out of them, sort of thing. So, but even like with Zach and JD, them two just together just bounce off. So you get advice and then more advice, and then you put it together and you get better advice, sort of thing. So sometimes it's actually good to get taught by several people at once as well.
yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. And in terms of Zach and obviously James, there was that at their training school at the Fighting
Yeah,
Spirit?
fair fighting spirit. I remember. I think I started the second week it opened.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was there for a good while. Like, obviously can't go as much now, but
Yeah.
especially like this year. But in 2017, 2018, I was hitting the training school hard
Yeah. Great. Great.
mainly, and then bookings started coming in more and more, and just kind of just snowballed from there.
No, that's great to hear that. Obviously, it's picked up as you've been sort of developing and developing. But obviously, just going back to sort of Zach and James. I mean, obviously they're now sort of NXT. Obviously, not able to be over there at the minute. I mean, obviously, like you were saying, they're two fantastic trainers.
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously, going a long way there for them.
yeah.
I mean, in
That's what I
terms of
mean.
obviously your sort of career, would you obviously want to follow those same footsteps?
I don't mind where I go because British wrestling's very different at the minute.
Yeah.
So like we don't really know what's going on, but I don't mind going anywhere, whether it be America, Japan, or I'm not too fussed. I mean, I'd like to experience all
Yeah.
type, if you know what I mean. So I'd love to have the experience to go to Japan at one point. Just to have a little dabble in it, because I might enjoy it, I might not, but even in America, just because I haven't even wrestled abroad yet, which is kind of a nightmare. Even though I've wrestled up and down the UK,
Yeah.
well, I've been all the way up into Scotland, all the way down south. I go Wales far too often. The only time that I was booked overseas was I was supposed to wrestle in Northern Ireland, but then the show got cancelled, which
Right.
was annoying because it was a Comic-Con show. Like imagine wrestling at Comic-Con overseas. I was proper buzzing me. I was like, oh, yeah, go on. And then it got cancelled. I was like, that's it. And that no. I was absolutely livid.
Yeah, I can imagine that would have been quite a big show there. Obviously, definitely with Comic Con, a lot of people around.
I know. I could have wrestled at Comic Con. It's like that's like bucket list type thing, that man.
No, that's great to hear. I mean, in terms of your sort of wanting to get into wrestling, was there any sort of people that you looked up to, sort of in the business that you thought, wow, this is the person that made me want to get into it, or was it just something you came across and wanted to get yourself into it that way?
See, I don't even know my first actual memory of wrestling. That's how young I was when I watched it.
Wow, okay.
So I don't really see. It's kind of been embedded into me, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Obviously, you grow to like certain wrestlers when you're a child, but deep down, it's always been embedded in me to want to do wrestling. So there's nothing where it's like one day it's like, oh, I want to be a wrestler. I feel like I've always wanted to do it. It
Okay.
was just trying to pull the trigger on when I'm going to do it, sort of thing.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. That's if you feel it's always been there, wanting to get into it, no, that's absolutely great. I mean, in terms of your career so far as well, do you have a favorite match or a favorite opponent at all?
I don't know what favorite. Yeah, you just me and Scott. I don't know which one. Me and Scott Oberman. He'll be on the 3 matches on YouTube, back to back to back, and we were gonna wrestle on Halloween at TNT Ignition.
Right.
A few, what was it now? 2 weeks ago, and
Yeah.
that didn't happen, did it?
No.
Thanks, lockdown, depriving me of more wrestling.
No, but I mean, what a great obviously show that would have been as well. TNT Extreme Wrestling, they're making great waves over here in the UK. I mean, would that have been your first time on TNT?
No, I'm the hometown boy.
Yeah,
I've been there. Because they have two brands, don't they? Right,
yeah. Ignition
and
is the thing.
I kind of came in very early on when they made the second brand, and that's when they were trying to bring all the more local talent on instead of the big names, and I kind of got my foot in there, if you know, and it's escalated down to the point where I'm one of the big names on that show,
Yeah,
aside from a few others, which I, I'm grateful for, to be honest, because I've been given that opportunity, and I didn't want to let anyone down with it, sort of thing.
yeah.
And the fans appreciate it because they make noise every time I come out.
Mhm.
So I enjoy that. Like TNT is one of the shows that I really really look forward to because I just know what I'm getting myself in for.
Yeah,
And with everything that's going on and all the production that actually gets put into it, it means something when you wrestle. It's like, oh, it's going to be good footage. People are actually going to watch this. The fans are really into it, and then just lockdown happens, and then you're like, oh no. So I want to look forward to doing shows again, and TNT is one of the big ones for me at the moment. Obviously, I'm not knocking any other promotions, but I can name a few but TNT is one of the ones that I really look forward to. It's mainly because I can get the bus to the show.
yeah.
Being the
Nice and
homeboy,
easy to get.
there's no 3 hour car rides.
No, definitely not.
No.
But yeah, I mean, the ignition shows are ones that have eluded me so far. Not been able to attend any so far. We're usually there for the Thursday night main shows. Obviously, with Wrestling Travel being a sponsor of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, not managed to get to many ignition shows. So I'll certainly be looking to get to some of those in the
They're
future.
honestly not bad. Like people think, oh, it's the PG family show. Honestly, it it's really weird. Like the last ignition show was actually like one of the best ignition shows he did. Um, it's kind of an alternative where it is just showing off the best of the local talent.
Yeah.
Just the best round the region. Whereas the Extreme brand will always bring in the big names, the big money, all the exhibition matches. But in Ignition, we'll try and with the story and feuds and actual like rivalries and how these local guys from the region are just going to fight out and try and actually make a name for themselves, and it's a lovely platform to do it on.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you say about the production and everything involved with it as well. It is certainly top notch, isn't it, in terms of
Oh man,
what they
absolutely
provide?
top notch, absolutely top notch.
Yeah, make you look like a million bucks every time.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's fantastic. But in terms as well of your career, now this might be a controversial question, but do you have any sort of funny sort of road stories that you'd like to share with us? If there's any off the top of your head that are
Uh,
within the parameters of what YouTube would allow us to put on there, of course.
I'd, I'd have to think. I'd have to think. Sorry, someone keeps trying to spam me, right? One sec. I'm trying to think. Road stories. See, it's funny with like actual just wrestling stories in general. So like on my debut, I fell into a bush of nettles and I had to wrestle with like nettle patches on me. Like, Jake, where like you get a bit patchy off
Yeah.
nettles.
Oh dear.
That's one thing.
I mean, was that a
Remember?
part of the match, or was that just
Oh,
happened
no,
before?
it's just I was just like an hour before the match, just fell down a hill and just into a bush of nettles.
Oh dear.
That's just one little story, you know.
Dear, you've got to hate those nettle stings, though. Jeez.
I know it's terrible.
Yeah, no, indeed. But I mean, looking into the future when lockdown eventually ends and we're all back to normal when that wonderful day comes, is there any opponents out there that you've got your eye on that you'd want to really face in the next year or so?
Um, Mainly the ones that are still active and can wrestle on the independents. Because, I'd love to have like a singles match with the likes of Joey Hayes or Dean Allmark,
Yeah.
just with the just Brit, the Brit rest guys sort of thing. I don't want to. I want to experience at least one match with names like that. Obviously, you can have a good match with imports and blah blah, but I see that more further down the line. But when I get back, I want to wrestle the best of the British lads who are still on the independents. That's what I look forward to.
Yeah, no, definitely. I saw as well, obviously, TNT have launched the Claw training school. I believe it's soon to be next year. And Dean Allmark, one of the main trainers there, but he's got obviously a fantastic experience for you. And you can
Oh
Joey
yeah, yeah.
mentioned there.
Just
So
just look on his Instagram where he uploads like wrestling move for the week where he used to do, and I think he's uploaded like a bunch of ones from the past. And man, you just watch him, he just turns people into knots. He's, what? How does he even do that? How do you even think to do that? What? Nah. But yeah, when Claw opens, I can't wait to get down a few times. Learn a few little things. I wouldn't. I just can't wait until everything's back up.
yeah, no,
Everything's
we're
back
all
up will be
excited
sad.
for it, aren't we?
Yeah,
There was that glimmer of hope, wasn't there, that was snatched away from us right at the very death.
oh, I know, man.
But yeah, so let's say obviously that's within the next year you're looking to face sort of those talents on in the UK. Going further afield, is there anybody out there now that you think one day I want to face you?
See, I usually get what just comes. You know what I mean? I don't try and look forward much to most things because I don't want to set myself up to fall down. I
Fair.
like to just keep the ball rolling. So if something comes of it, all right, that'll be fun. Oh, let's do this. Oh, this will be a good idea. I don't try and set like a big goal. I do try and set little goals throughout the year to see like I achieve like 100 matches a year or something, or along that line. But when it comes to actual opponents, I just take everything for what I get,
Yeah.
and I do try and get the most out of matches and what angles. I always try my hardest to try and do the best I can in
Yeah.
any situation I'm given. 9 times out of 10, it's a terrible, terrible place, but I do try and get the best out of it.
No, and it's the best way to be at the minute, isn't it, in terms of everything that's going on. You don't know what's around the corner, so exactly.
No, you never know what's around the corner, so just take it for what it is.
Yeah, no, definitely. But Cam, I've got a little game for you now.
A game. Oh
It's
wow,
a
I
sort
love
of get
games.
to know you game. So there's going to be two options, and I want you to pick one from the two options that I give you, sort of your sort of favourites um, or anything sort of controversial with it at all. But the first one that I've got, so there's 20 in total, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, 20 in total there. So a
Oh,
nice,
20.
easy one to start for you. Are you a red or brown sauce kind of guy?
Oh, red. It's got to be red if I'm picking.
Red
See,
all the
see,
way.
brown's an acquired taste. You need certain things for that, but with red, you can put it with most things.
Yeah, no,
So
I agree with that. Agree with that one there. Netflix or Amazon Prime?
Oh, it's Netflix.
Netflix. He's a
Got
Netflix.
Amazon Prime and chill. What's that about?
Yeah, I always end up. I've got access to Prime, but it always ends up just being disappointing. You know, you go on it
Yeah.
and think, oh, let's see what's on there these days. But yeah, you end
It's
up
like
just
they
clicking off.
have the odd few decent movies and then nothing else. Whereas Netflix is kind of like it's just a constant flow of mediocre. Whereas Amazon Prime will have 3 good movies and then that's it.
Yeah.
It's like I might as well just have Disney Plus.
Yeah, no, definitely. The next one we've got The Rock or Stone Cold.
Oh,
Toughy.
oh. So I, I know I had this debate with myself several times, and I said Stone Cold because of just sheer wrestling ability, just how he works on the fly, and just even like looking back at how he's developed,
Mhm.
it's a very hard one because they're very similar the way that they of when they first started and where they are now. But I could go into like a half-an-hour debate, so I'll just say Stone Cold and leave it at that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Do you prefer a city break or a beach holiday?
A city break or a beach holiday? I'll just say a beach holiday.
Beach holiday. That's fine. Hopefully, we can go on some of those soon. Um, this one I might know the answer to this one already. Manchester or Liverpool?
Do I really have to say it?
No, fantastic. Cats or dogs?
Oh man, this is
There.
horrible. This is horrible. This one. Oh, see, I love both. I love both. This is a nightmare. God. Right, I have a cat tattoo, but I have a lovely dog. So can I just say dog? Just I don't want to pick, but I'd have to just say dog. If I'm being forced, then I'll just have to say dog.
You don't mean force. You can pick both if you want.
Only because most cats are right knobs, but most dogs are fine, right? But the odd few cats are lovely. So in the majority, dogs.
That's absolutely fine. Summer or winter?
Oh, I'll say winter if it's not raining.
What about snowing? Do you like snow?
Oh god, love a bit of snow, mate. Love a bit of snow. You know, all the kids just going outside and just pelting buses when they go past.
Yeah, smack on the window.
Yeah. All you get when it snows.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like everyone
Um,
changes when it snows. Everyone just changes. Everyone just becomes happy.
yeah,
You know,
different people.
it's like everything just changes when it snows.
Yeah, full elation there when you see the snow coming down.
Oh,
What have we got next? We've got Coca-Cola or Pepsi.
oh. See, I really don't mind Pepsi Max, but there's certain Cokes I do. When I always go in a shop, I'd always pick Coke over a Pepsi, though.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what I'm going off.
So Coca-Cola. It is Samsung or Apple.
Ah, Samsung.
Yeah, I'm a Samsung
Samsung.
guy. I've never really had an iPhone or anything, to be honest, but I've not really had the desire to get one either. I've always been pretty
Like,
satisfied with
I
the
had an iPhone 5 at one point, and as soon as I switched to a Samsung, I realized I didn't like Apple ever again.
Right, okay, that as quick as that, you thought, yeah,
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is so much different.
yeah, no, I do love it, Samsung. I think I already know the answers to this one as well. 3 options: Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. I'm assuming you go for Instagram there.
Yeah, yeah. With Twitter being the last choice.
The last choice at the bottom of the pile there.
I love Instagram. It's such a positive platform.
Well, you
It's
say,
hard. It's hard. It's hard to be mean on Instagram.
yeah, no, definitely. Do you prefer face or heel? Have you played both of those roles at all?
Oh, both. Because when you first look at me, everyone's like, "Oh, heel, bad guy."
Yeah,
Just look at
yeah.
him, just gritty goth. Yeah, meh, meh, meh. But I somehow I do pull face off really well. because of how relatable I can be sometimes. Because I'm just a cast out, you know. You look at me and you're like, that is not the posty boy. That is not the poster boy. So everyone just looks at me and I use that and I'm like, well, I don't care then. I'm just gonna go out there and put on a show.
Yeah.
Either boo me or cheer me, and then people like that. People like the way how honest I am. Because I even when I'm thinking of a promo, I'll think of it in my head over and over and over again. But I'm just saying how I feel.
Yeah.
I don't put anything on. I just genuinely just say how I feel. It's just trying to word it. That's what I find difficult.
Just wording it out there.
But I prefer being face. I prefer coming out and enjoying it. Yeah. Because when I'm here, I'm just moody. I just beat people
up. Hey, some people like to see that though.
They do.
If we got next, we got two moves here. Do you prefer the Claymore or RKO?
I'd say the RKO.
Yeah.
It's more no. It's like it's funnier to see a kid run across a hall in school and RKO the mate than do a Claymore.
If you're putting it that way, yeah.
So, you know, if someone did a Claymore on it, you know, I was like, oh man, what has happened? But if someone did an RKO, everyone would just like laugh.
Yeah. No, we'll go with the RKO there. Do you prefer to save or spend?
Save or spend? Wow. I mean, I get happy when I buy something off Amazon. I don't get happy saving me money. So that's my answer.
Spend it is. Are you a Mac or Windows person?
Probably Windows. If I don't have an Apple iPhone, then it's definitely Windows anyway.
Yeah, no, that's fair. The next one, PlayStation or Xbox? I know you didn't like the whole between the two, but if you had to pick,
see, again, I'd have to pick the PlayStation because I've been brought up on it and there's more exclusives for it. I enjoy playing the games more on it, but I'm not going to knock Xbox because I absolutely love the 360.
Yeah.
So, but if I have to choose, then I'd have to pick PlayStation over Xbox.
PlayStation. It is John Cena or Randy Orton.
Oh, that's a tough one. See, I'd pick them for different reasons, though.
Mm.
So yeah, I'd pick John Cena overall, but it's like with Randy Orton, he's very smart in the ring, and people don't realize how smart he actually is in the ring. But it's a hard one to pick. Okay, narrow it down for me. Instead of picking one or the other, pick one or the other because of. Think of a scenario, and I could. That's how I'm going to decide this.
For the Cena Orton.
Yeah, give me something that makes me have to decide this because it's too broad for me to decide.
Let's think about if one challenged you to a match right now, who would you want to face?
Oh man,
did that help?
I mean, I think I'd get maybe Cena because he wrestles a lot less these days, and you know everyone. I'd say debatably people know Cena more than Orton, so I'd have to pick it solely based on that.
Okay, no, that's fair. It has been a tough one when I've asked people that one, who they want to pick. New Year's Eve or Christmas Day? Which do you prefer out of those two?
Christmas Day? What is New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve is just let's just set off some fireworks. It's Christmas, like, oh mate, I've got loads of prezzies
and some good food on the way.
Oh man, the food, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely Christmas indeed. I don't know what your situation is like at the minute, but do you prefer working from home or going to work?
Home. I like gaming. I get to be in my own. See, I don't like people as is, so I don't like going out. So staying at home is just staying. See, it's got a lot of people staying at home, but for me, it's just just usual.
That's fair. That is absolutely fair. If you had to choose between an amusement park or a water park, which would
Oh,
you choose?
water park. I love water parks.
Yeah, I'm more of a water park guy. I don't know what it is about sort of amusement parks. I'm not really into the big rides or anything, but get me to a water park. I'm more than happy to
I
climb up and
know.
slide down it.
You just pick someone up and just throw them in the pool, mate. Have that.
Yeah,
Can't do that anywhere else.
no, you definitely can't. And the last one I've got here, Trish or Lita?
Oh man, it's another tough one.
Another tough one.
Is this based on wrestling ability?
Yeah, if you're a fan of either back in the day,
Lita then.
Lita. Yeah, oh, that's absolutely fine. Well, yeah, no, some tough ones there, wasn't there,
I
to sort of
know.
think about. But
I
it's
know.
always good to obviously get to know you a bit more. Everybody that watches this will be able to learn a bit more about you as well. But for anybody that wants to find you on socials or any sort of merch that you may have out at this time, where can everybody find you there, Cam?
Uh, just at Kameron Solas. Just that. Be Insta, Twitter, whatever. I know TNT have got merch out for me. On the. I keep forgetting what it's called. But you know the merch site. We'll get it up at some point, but
Yeah,
they have that because they released a bunch throughout lockdown.
yeah,
For a lot of wrestlers, they've got one of mine. It was basically me having a play on with the Sweeney Todd, not Sweeney Todd, Edward Scissorhands because of the hair,
nice.
and I was like, that'll be cool. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just mix them two together and make it cartoony. And I really like the design when it was done. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But besides that, it's just Cameron Solis on social media.
Nice. So did you get to design that T-shirt?
I got a say in it. I didn't design it per se, but I got a say in it. I was like, it would be cool if you just mixed me and Edward Scissorhands together because a lot of people think I look like Edward Scissorhands anyway. So I was like, do that and just we'll do it cartoony because the last merch I had was like really serious and grungy and that. And
Yeah.
I wanted something completely different. And I really liked the design when it was finished.
No, I'll have to check that out to see what that does look like after this, indeed. But Cam, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on this afternoon, and I hope you've enjoyed yourself, especially with the questions of the game a little
Oh,
earlier.
it's been fun. It's been fun, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasure, and won't take you too much longer now from your gaming there. And we hope to have you
Nah,
on
man.
again very soon, especially when wrestling is back, hopefully at the start of next year.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We'll
Yeah,
do it. We're all in this. We're all in this together. We're all suffering together.
we are
We'll
indeed, and
get
we'll
through
get
it.
there.
We'll get through
We'll
it.
get there indeed. But no, thank you very much.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.